Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ira Hussein and I am your teenage teacher. So it's been a while since I posted, but I am back and I am staying to make content to help you study for practice tests and help you with practice tests and recommend you the most perfect and well made practice tests, just like the MAP test, which is in the description down below. And this video is all about why you should be taking the MAP test. Let's get right into it. Reason number one, taking the MAP test tracks your academic growth. The MAP test isn't about comparing you to others. It measures how you are improving over time. It shows progress from one test to the next, so you can actually see how much you've grown in reading, math, and language. Example, if your math score went from a 210 to a 220, that means you've made real progress, even if you're not the top student yet. Number two, it adjusts to your skill level. Unlike traditional tests, the MAP is adaptive. That means if you answer a question correctly, the next one gets even harder. If you miss one, it gets easier. This helps pinpoint your true level, not just your grade level average. Example, if you nail a few algebra questions, the test might give you tougher ones next. But if you struggle with fractions, it'll give you more of those to see what you actually understand. Tip number three. This helps teacher personalize learning. Teachers use MAP data to understand where each student stands. If you're ahead in certain areas or struggling in others, they can tailor lessons or provide extra help where you need it most. Example, if your reading score shows that you're great at fiction, but you need work on nonfiction, your teacher might give you more practice with articles and essays. Taking this MAP test can show a teacher how you learn and where you are at your learning level, because everyone has different ways of learning and everyone has different speeds and different, brains, and nobody thinks the same. So taking this test gives you, a little bit of a visual it gives you something to build off of, that this is how you learn and this is how you can improve. Tip number four. This identifies strengths and weaknesses. MAP results break down performance by topic. For example, geometry in math or informational text in reading, so you can clearly see what you're good at and what you need to focus on next. An example is, you might find out that you're strong in multiplication but need to improve in geometry, or that you're great at vocabulary but need more practice with the main ideas. This also happens to me too. We're all humans. This happens to everybody. In geometry class, I'm pretty good at angles and figuring out angle lengths, but when it comes to systems and algebra, that's not really my strong spot. But my teacher knows that because I took the MAP test and I told my teacher about my results, and she looked it over, and now in class she helps me out and she knows how to explain stuff to me because she knows where my reading level is at, or my math level, either one, but she knows where I'm at and what level I'm at. So in math class, I've never felt any more smarter. Number five, it prepares you for your future tests. Because it builds critical thinking and problem-solving skills, the MAP test is excellent practice for standardized exams like the SAT, ACT, or state assessments later on. An example is, by practicing how to pace yourself on the MAP, you'll be more confident when you take exams like the SAT or the state assessments. For me, I live in Massachusetts, so I have to take MCAS, and the MAP and MCAS are actually very similar. So when I take the MAP, which is not a graded thing, and it doesn't go, towards my state's academic score, I can take it chill and I can go through the questions and I can understand what I'm doing. So then when I take MCAS, I can see questions that I'm like, hey, this was on the MAP, like this helps a lot. So the MAP doesn't just help with knowing where your level is, but it also preps you for future tests. So I definitely recommend it because it has helped me personally. Number 6, this sets realistic academic goals. Your scores help you and your teachers set specific goals, like improving your RIT score by a certain number of points, which makes learning feel more measurable and motivating. An example of this is if your RIT score in reading is 210, your goal might be to reach 218 by the next test. That gives you something specific to aim for. Number 7, it gives parents a clear picture. The MAP reports are easy to read and show growth over time, helping parents understand how their child is progressing and where they can provide support at home. Example, when your parents see your score chart, they can tell whether you're on track, ahead, or need extra help instead of guessing from report card grades. Now, not dissing at any teachers, but report card grades can be very confusing to read. And I know from experience, out of all of my report cards, my parents are always still asking me questions and always emailing my teachers afterwards because they can't just tell by a single average grade that defines my whole entire academic level in the subjects. But this MAP test can really show where you are level wise. I know I keep repeating this, but I definitely mean it. Taking the MAP doesn't just give you an average grade on what you are in the subject, but it gives you an average grade on every single little lesson or every single little topic that you're maybe good at or you're maybe bad at, which really helps because knowing what lesson you struggled on or what lesson you needed help on can, help you improve and help you work on that one lesson instead of the ones that you're already really good at. Okay, number 8, it encourages a growth mindset. Since it measures improvement, not perfection, MAP testing rewards effort and consistency. It teaches students that learning is about progress, not just grades. An example of this is even if your friend scores higher than you, your own growth, say a 12-point improvement, is a big deal. It shows your hard work is paying off. Now, I've taken the iReady in middle school, and I probably have to in high school too. Now, one thing I do have to say is a lot of the kids would compare their iReady scores and be like, oh, mine is higher than yours, mine is higher than yours. But it honestly doesn't really matter because the only thing that the iReady is doing is, trying to see where you are at your level, not about what other people are. And that's exactly what the MAP is doing. Number 9, it supports school improvement. Schools use aggregated MAP data to evaluate teaching strategies, curriculum quality, and resource allocation. That means that your participation helps your schoolwork improve overall. Example, if lots of students struggle in geometry, the school might add new teaching materials or training for teachers in that area. This can really help because sometimes students can all agree on one thing. It's like we had this one teacher in the 7th grade and we had to take this one fractions test, which was crazy hard, and everyone in the test did bad on it. And what did we do? We told the teacher, and what the teacher did is that she gave us another lesson on it, and it actually helped us so much. We took the quiz again and we got stellar grades. And last but not least, number 10, builds test-taking confidence. By taking the MAP tests regularly, you get comfortable with digital testing, questions, formats, pacing skills that will help in more high-stake exams later. Example, you get used to reading questions carefully, managing your time, and staying calm, skills that help in every subject. Now, since I'm in high school, we don't have a lot of time on tests. We have only that 45 minutes or an hour to finish a test, and then we have to turn it in. So that can be really stressful, but taking the MAP can give you practice. You can set timers for yourself on when to finish and how many questions there are, and there's so many ways you can personalize your MAP test to help you specifically learn and to help you specifically study. Now, those are all of my reasons, and if you are not convinced, then I really don't know what to say. The MIP helped me, and it could also help you too. So take my word for it and click that link in the description down below because the MIP test was the best decision I've made. And if you ask me what my GPA is right now, 4.7. I bet none of you could beat that after my MIP test results came back. My GPA has been rising. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this benefited you, and I hope you guys click the link down there. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.